Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something important. Success is often much closer than we think. Too many people give up just before the breakthrough. They see obstacles and decide they're too big to overcome. But I'm here to tell you, if you are facing challenges today, there's a good chance you're closer to success than you realize. Now, let's dive into 7 signs that show you are closer to your success than you might think. The first sign you're closer to success is simple. Your work ethic has evolved. You've learned to work with discipline, consistency, and focus. When you can look back and say, I've put in the hours, I've given it my all, you've already done more than most. Success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from putting in the work day after day, even when no one's watching. And this is why the difference comes. You are special. You're not just others. You should expect to be that way. Failure. It's not something to fear. It's a tool for growth. If you've had setbacks, but you still show up, learn, and adapt, then you are on the right path. It's a clear sign you are closer to success because you understand that failure is just a stepping stone. Every time you fall, you rise with more wisdom, more resilience, and a deeper understanding of what works and what doesn't. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's easy to be impatient and want immediate results. But if you've come to understand that success is a journey, not a sprint, that's a sign you're on the right track. Patience is a powerful trait because it's what keeps you moving forward even when the rewards seem distant. If you've learned to trust the process, you're closer than you think. If you've started investing in your personal growth, whether it's through reading, training, mentoring, or learning new skills, you're in a great position. Look at the people around you. Are they lifting you up? Are they inspiring you to be better? The people you spend the most time with influence your mindset, your energy, and your decisions. If you've started to surround yourself with individuals who share your vision, support your growth, and challenge you to be your best, you are already creating the environment for success. The right people don't just motivate you, they push you toward greatness. Time is the one resource you can never get back. If you've started to manage your time effectively, prioritizing your goals, cutting distractions, and being intentional with your hours, you're not just getting closer to success, you're creating it. Successful people are those who know how to focus their energy on the things that matter most. If you're managing your time well, you are already way ahead of the game. The sign that you're closer to success than you think is this. You've developed an unshakable belief in your vision. Despite the challenges, despite the doubts of others, you are clear about where you're going. You believe in yourself and your ability to get there. And let me tell you, that belief is the most powerful force you can have. When you believe in your vision, you attract the people, opportunities, and resources you need to make it a reality. When it comes to success, there is one thing that stands above all else: the work you put in. It's the simple truth that hard work will always outlast talent. Success isn't built on a fleeting burst of effort or a single moment of brilliance. It's built on consistent, persistent action over time. And let me tell you, if you've developed a strong work ethic, you're closer to success than you think. A strong work ethic is not about working harder than anyone else. It's about working smarter, working with purpose, and giving your best every single day. When you've made the decision to show up no matter what, to do the things others won't do, you start to separate yourself from the crowd. It's not about making excuses or waiting for the right conditions. It's about taking ownership of your life and your outcomes. When you have that discipline, that inner drive to push forward even when it's hard, that's when the magic starts to happen. Now, some people think that success will just fall into their lap, that it will somehow come to them without much effort. But you know better. You understand that success demands effort, and not just any effort, but focused, deliberate action. When you work with purpose, you develop the skills and experience necessary to seize the opportunities that come your way. And it's that constant effort that begins to compound, slowly but surely, and brings you closer to your goals. A strong work ethic means you don't wait for inspiration. You don't wait for motivation to strike like lightning. No, you create the conditions for success yourself. You understand that success is a series of small, disciplined actions, repeated over and over, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Every hour you put in, every task you complete, every obstacle you overcome, these are the building blocks of your future. But here's the secret. Your work ethic doesn't just build your success. It builds your character. It molds you into the person who can handle success when it comes. You become someone who knows the value of hard work, and you develop the resilience to handle the inevitable challenges along the way. That resilience is something money can't buy. It's earned. And it's something no one can take from you. So if you've developed that strong work ethic, if you're out there day in and day out doing the work when no one's watching, know this. You're not just getting closer to your goal. You are becoming the kind of person who will be able to handle the success when it arrives. Keep putting in the effort. Keep showing up. You're on the right path, and you're closer to success than you might realize. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about success is that it's a smooth, uninterrupted path. They think it's about making the right moves and avoiding mistakes. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. In fact, if you've embraced failure as a lesson, then you're closer to your goal than most people will ever be. Let's talk about failure for a moment. It's something that we all face at some point, and yet it's often misunderstood. Many people fear failure so much that they never take the risk of trying at all. But here's the thing you need to understand. Failure isn't something to run from. It's something to learn from. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. It doesn't break you, it shapes you. If you can learn to embrace failure, you'll find that it holds some of the most valuable lessons that success has to offer. When you've truly embraced failure, you stop seeing it as something personal or permanent. Instead, you see it as feedback, a valuable lesson that tells you what works and what doesn't. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, what can I learn from this? You see every setback as an opportunity to grow, and that changes everything. It's in those tough moments, when things don't go as planned, that you gain the experience, the strength, and the wisdom that will carry you forward. Now, there's a key difference between someone who fails and quits and someone who fails and learns. The person who quits gets discouraged. They see failure as a reflection of their abilities, and they use it as an excuse to give up. But the person who learns from failure doesn't see it as an end. They see it as part of the process. Every failure becomes an education, and each lesson learned becomes a stepping stone to the next level of success. You see, when you embrace failure as a lesson, you build resilience. You build confidence in your ability to handle challenges and keep going no matter what happens. You understand that it's not about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond to it. It's about using each failure as fuel to push harder, to work smarter, to refine your approach. Every time you fail and get back up, you're not just getting closer to success, you're becoming the person who deserves success. And let me tell you this, the most successful people aren't those who avoid failure. They're the ones who learn from it, who keep getting back up, and who keep going when others would quit. They understand that failure is just a temporary setback, and they've learned to see it as part of the journey, not the destination. And with practice and reliance upon your higher purpose, they'll find it within. So, if you've embraced failure as a lesson, if you're willing to get up after each fall and keep going with greater wisdom and determination, know this. You are not just closer to success, you are becoming the kind of person who will achieve it. Keep learning, keep growing, and never forget that every failure brings you one step closer to the success you're meant to have. Let's take a moment to talk about one of the most powerful and often overlooked qualities that can get you closer to success. Patience. You see, success is not something that happens in a flash. It's not a quick burst of energy or a single big moment. Success is built over time, and it requires one thing that many people struggle with: patience. Now, I know what you're thinking. We live in a world where everything is fast. We want things now. We want results today, not tomorrow. And I get it. There's an urgency that drives us. But let me tell you something. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. If you've developed patience, if you can keep your eyes on the long-term goal and not get discouraged by the short-term setbacks, you're much closer to your success than you think. Patience doesn't mean sitting around and waiting for things to happen. It doesn't mean being passive or inactive. No, patience is the ability to continue moving forward with persistence, knowing that the results you want will come in their own time as long as you stay the course. It's the understanding that success is not an overnight event. It's a gradual process. And if you can stay focused on the process, not just the outcome, you're already on the right path. Mr. When you've developed patience, you stop rushing through life. You stop looking for shortcuts or expecting immediate rewards. Instead, you take the time to master the steps, to improve your skills, to put in the work every day, even when it seems like nothing is happening. You understand that there are seasons in life, times for sowing and times for reaping. And if you have the patience to keep planting the seeds of effort and learning, you'll eventually see the fruits of your labor. Hustle. It's also important to realize that there will be times when progress seems slow. There will be moments when you wonder if all the effort is worth it. But here's where patience comes in. It's in those moments that you must trust the process. You must trust that every action you take today is laying the foundation for something greater tomorrow. Patience means staying committed even when the results aren't immediately visible. It means knowing that every small step, every bit of progress, no matter how small, is getting you closer to your goal. And let me tell you this, those who can wait, those who can stay calm in the face of uncertainty, those who can keep going without giving up are the ones who end up achieving the most. Patience is not about doing nothing. It's about doing the right things over and over again without losing heart. It's about trusting that the process is working, even when you can't see the end result just yet. So, if you've developed patience, if you're able to take the long view and stay committed to your journey, even when it feels like things are moving too slowly, know this: you're closer to success than you might realize. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about enduring, learning, and growing every step of the way. Keep moving forward with faith and determination. Your success is just around the corner. Let me tell you something that can make all the difference on your path to success. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. Now, too many people look at their future success and think it's something that will come from external factors. They wait for a breakthrough or for someone to hand them the key to success. But the truth is, the best investment you can make is in you. When you're willing to put your time, your energy, and your resources into developing yourself, that's when the real transformation begins. Think about it. What's the most valuable asset you have? It's not your job, not your house, not your bank account. The most valuable asset you have is you. Your skills, your mindset, your discipline, your ability to learn and grow. And if you're not investing in those things, you're not giving yourself the best chance for success. When you invest in yourself, you're not just buying books or attending seminars. You're developing a mindset that says, I'm worth the effort. You're saying, I'm willing to put in the work today to ensure a better tomorrow. Whether it's learning new skills, gaining new knowledge, or improving your physical or mental well-being, these investments compound over time. And believe me, no investment will ever give you a better return than the investment you make in your own personal growth. But here's the key. It's not about just spending money. It's about commitment. The willingness to consistently make choices that elevate you. That could mean waking up earlier to read or study. It could mean spending your weekends working on a side project. Or it could mean attending workshops or seminars that challenge your thinking and push you out of your comfort zone. These are all investments, and they all pay dividends in the long run. It's also about investing your time wisely. How you spend your time reflects how serious you are about your future. Time is the most precious resource you have, and once it's gone, you can never get it back. So when you choose to spend your time learning, practicing, or improving yourself, you're investing in your future success. You're choosing to grow rather than stagnate, to evolve rather than remain the same. Now, I'm not just talking about knowledge here, though that's certainly a part of it. I'm talking about building the habits, the work ethic, and the mindset that will carry you through the tough times. Investing in yourself means developing the strength to face challenges and to overcome them. It means building the resilience to keep going when things don't go as planned. And when you make that investment, the payoff is far greater than anything money can buy. You see, when you invest in yourself, you create a future where success is not just a possibility, it's inevitable. You become a person who has the skills, the confidence, and the clarity to achieve what you set out to do. And you know what happens when you have those qualities? You attract opportunities, people, and resources that will help you succeed. Success doesn't just find you, you go out and create it by becoming the person who deserves it. So ask yourself, are you willing to invest in your future? Are you willing to put in the time, the effort, and the resources to become the best version of yourself? Because when you make that commitment, You're not just closer to success, you are actively creating it. And I can promise you this, the return on that investment will be worth far more than anything you can imagine. There is no shortage. There is no shortage of self-improvement. There's no shortage of self-experimentation that you can imagine. Let me ask you a simple question. Who are the people you spend the most time with? If you want to know where you're headed in life, just take a close look at the people around you. You see, success is not a solo journey. We are all influenced by the people we associate with, and the right people will elevate you to new heights, while the wrong ones will hold you back. So if you're surrounded by the right people, you're already on a path that's far closer to success than most. The truth is, success doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's the result of not only your actions, but the environment you've created for yourself. If you're around people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you, then you are in the right environment to succeed. But if you're surrounded by those who discourage you, who are content with mediocrity, or who constantly sow doubt and negativity, then it's time to reevaluate who you're spending your time with. When you're surrounded by the right people, they lift you up. They push you to be better. They don't just agree with everything you say, they challenge you, they help you grow, and they encourage you to reach higher than you ever thought possible. They inspire you with their own actions, and they hold you accountable for your own. You become the sum of the people you spend the most time with. So make sure that the people in your circle are those who make you better. The right people are also those who share your values, your vision, and your goals. They don't just drag you down with distractions and excuses. They share your commitment to personal growth and success. They understand the journey you're on because they are on a similar one themselves. They don't see your dreams as something to criticize or dismiss. They see them as something to support and help bring to life. Excellent growth and help being the life. Excellent growth and help being the life. Question tonight. They help you keep the right perspective when things get tough, and they're there to celebrate your victories with you when the hard work finally pays off. That is a crucial difference. It's also about the kind of energy that surrounds you. The right people bring positive energy into your life. They're the kind of people who encourage, not criticize. They help you see possibilities, not limitations. The more you surround yourself with positive, motivated, and driven individuals, the more you begin to adopt that same attitude. You start to think bigger, act bolder, and reach further because your environment is one that fosters growth, possibility, and achievement. But here's the thing. Being around the right people isn't just about benefiting from them. It's about being the right person for others as well. It's about showing up as a supportive, encouraging, and positive influence in your relationships. If you want to attract the right people, you got to be the kind of person who brings value to those around you. It's a two-way street. You give what you expect to receive, and when you're consistently giving value, you'll find yourself surrounded by people who elevate you in return. And if you've found yourself in the company of people who are pushing you to be better, who are helping you develop, who are sharing their wisdom and insights, and who believe in you and your potential, then you are already on the fast track to success. The people you're with today will shape the person you become tomorrow. So take a look around. Are you surrounded by the right people? Because the right people will not only help you achieve your dreams, they will make the journey worthwhile. Yeah, my man. Remember this, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by those who inspire, support, and challenge you, then you're getting closer to success every single day. Keep nurturing those relationships and know that the right people will always help you get to where you're meant to be. Let's talk about one of the most powerful skills you can develop on your journey to success, time management. Time is the one resource you can never get back, and how you use it will ultimately determine how far you go. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who don't often boils down to one simple thing: how they manage their time and where they manage their time. If you've learned to manage your time, you've already done something that puts you far ahead of the game. Because here's the truth. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. It's not about having more time, it's about using the time you have in the most effective way possible. Successful people aren't necessarily working harder or longer than anyone else. They've just figured out how to focus their energy on what truly matters. Time management isn't just about filling your day with tasks. It's about prioritizing the right tasks. It's about identifying what moves you closer to your goals and saying yes to those things while saying no to distractions. to the things that won't help you get where you want to go. This is where most people fall short. They spend their time on things that don't contribute to their long-term success, and they wonder why they're stuck in the same place year after year. But when you've learned to manage your time, you recognize that every minute counts, and you choose to spend it wisely. Now, managing your time doesn't mean you're constantly working or being busy. It means being intentional with how you spend your time. Successful people understand that not everything needs to be done today, and not everything needs to be done by them. They understand the value of focus and the importance of taking time for rest, reflection, and recovery. If you've developed this sense of balance, then you've already got one of the keys to long-term success. You don't burn out by being busy all the time. You achieve success by being focused and deliberate with your efforts. When you manage your time effectively, you get more done in less time. You stop wasting time on unproductive activities, and instead, you focus on the tasks that make the biggest impact. And when you are working, you work with purpose, not with distraction. Every task is aligned with your goals, and you're always asking yourself, how does this move me closer to where I want to be? If you can answer that question, then you know you're using your time in the right way. Another aspect of time management is consistency. It's about establishing routines that work for you and sticking to them. Successful people understand that small, consistent actions repeated over time yield the greatest results. It's not about doing everything in one massive push. It's about doing a little bit every day. When you've learned to manage your time, you've learned to create habits and systems that keep you moving forward, even on days when you don't feel like it. One of the most important lessons in time management is the ability to say no. Saying no to distractions, to commitments that don't serve your purpose, and even to people who don't respect your time is crucial. The ability to guard your time is a sign of maturity and clarity. When you know what's truly important to you, you'll have no problem turning down things that don't align with your goals. Look, this is what separates the people who succeed from those who only dream about it. If you've learned to manage your time, if you're intentional about where you invest your energy, if you've built strong habits, if you've learned to say no to distractions and yes to your priorities, then you are not only closer to success, you are creating it. Time is your most valuable asset, and how you manage it will determine how successful you become. Keep using it wisely, keep making the most of every moment, and watch how your progress accelerates. Start with your primaries now. Identify your primary moment of influence. Focus on that like you've never focused before. When you manage your time, you are in control of your future. And that is one of the most powerful positions to be in. Let me tell you, one of the most powerful things you can have on your journey to success, an unshakable belief in your vision. This is not just about having a dream or a vague idea of where you want to go. This is about having a deep, unwavering conviction that your vision is possible, no matter the challenges that come your way. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, and when you believe in it with every fiber of your being, nothing can stop you. Life will throw obstacles in your path, people will question your decisions, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But when your belief in your vision is unshakable, those obstacles become nothing more than stepping stones. You don't see them as roadblocks, you see them as opportunities to prove your commitment, to refine your approach, and to grow stronger. Belief in your vision is what keeps you going when the road gets tough. It's what keeps you showing up when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. It's what keeps you pushing forward even when the results are not immediately visible. There will be moments when the journey feels long, when the progress seems slow. But your belief in your vision fuels you to keep moving. You see, belief is not about seeing the path clearly all the time. It's about trusting that the path will unfold as long as you keep walking in the direction of your dreams. Your beliefs should lead the way to failures sometimes and help ground you in the present moment. And when you believe in your vision, you stop worrying about what others think. You stop being swayed by their doubts, their criticisms, or their lack of faith in your potential. Because here's the secret. Most people who don't have a vision of their own will try to project their own fears and limitations onto you. They'll tell you that it's too risky, too difficult, or too unrealistic. But when you have that unshakable belief, their opinions don't affect you. You know where you're going, and nothing they say can change that. Having belief in your vision also means that you have a deep sense of purpose. You're not chasing success just for the sake of success. You have a why, a reason that is bigger than yourself. It's something that pulls you forward, something that gives you meaning and direction. And when you have that kind of clarity and purpose, Your belief becomes a force that drives everything you do. Every action you take, every decision you make is aligned with that vision. It gives you focus, it gives you energy, and it gives you a sense of commitment that others simply don't have. In fact, discovering my power was priceless. It taught me a variety of tools. It's important to remember that belief in your vision is not the same as blind optimism. It's not about wishing for things to happen without doing the work. It's about having the confidence that the work you're doing is moving you closer to that vision. It's about trusting in your ability to figure things out along the way, to adapt, to learn, and to grow. When you believe in your vision, you are not just hoping for success, you are actively creating it, day by day, step by step. If you have that unshakable belief in your vision, then you've already done something remarkable, because belief is the foundation on which all success is built. It's the fuel that keeps the fire burning when everything around you seems uncertain. It's the one thing that no one can take away from you. As long as you hold on to your belief in your vision, you are always moving forward, even when it feels like you're standing still. So hold on to that belief. Nurture it, protect it. Let it guide you through every challenge and every setback. Because when you truly believe in your vision, success is not just possible, it's inevitable. And that belief will carry you through the darkest moments, right into the success you've been working toward all along.